won't stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in.
I ain't here to fight.
It's week 16 of the National Football League, and front and center is Irv Smith Jr., who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. It's the Bengals and the Jets, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It is week 16 of the NFL, and we've got a game in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 94 yards.
Well, we know they've...
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love looking to throw it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards, the final tally. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They go play action. Mayfield. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Here we go. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It was Miles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this with PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right, Eddy. Right, cut. Right, Eddy. Right, cut.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
First down, here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Jets, nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second down, Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Stop. Stop.
They'll go again here with Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Right, Eddy. Right, touch.
Evans will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. First down, here's the run with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mayfield now. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's
caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jets, nothing. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Mayfield. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. 1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Pressure comes as he gets this one away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
On first down, they'll start out with Evans. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Straight ahead, it's Evans. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Gets through, and now an opening. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. And the Jets are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. McManus's point after is good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll go right back to Evans here on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll go right back to Evans. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jets' 40-yard line.
A give up the middle to Evans. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chris Evans with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. McPherson on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the score.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Look at the big fella go. 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver or that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit.
Partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Now it's Burrow. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Evans running behind center. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 169 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Again, a run with Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Done.
On second down, Evans looking for space. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. Evans, fast footwork, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run here with Evans. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On second down, a run with Evans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try to surge ahead with Evans. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So,
touchdown, Bengals! Chris Evans on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. McPherson now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. This offense so far on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play, but sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. Evans gets it again on second down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Boy, 203 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Burrow on play action. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are pouring it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Next to score.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Cook up the gut. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's this is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. Now Burrow to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. On third down, here's Evans. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chris Evans on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. McPherson on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Throwing, Love. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On second down, Love once more. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. On third down, Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Locates Hardman for another catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now 2nd and 5.
At the Bengals 42-yard line.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Love from the gun on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First down, going to the air with Love.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready?
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw now. Here's Love. On the out route, he finds Hardman. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the
touchdown Jets. Chase Claypool from 19 yards away. And the Jets are able to at least get one score back. Extra point from McManus is good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's on his way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Chris Evans, 79 yards. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. When you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together, this has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jets 17. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Switch, yellow, Lonnie.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The Love's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
He finds Wilson, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Ready?
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here we go. Ready?
Love. This is 3rd and goal. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets are able to claw one back. McManus's point after is good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now, here come the Bengals.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown! Jamal Chase, 63 yards. And the Bengals get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
And he had the touchdown of the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Here's Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Ready.
Now Love. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Love now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally, if not fool him for the quarterback, so maybe he doesn't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase
from 17 yards out.
And the Bengals just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Play fake. Here's Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Bengals.
Evans running behind center.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Chris Evans.
48 yards.
And the Bengals are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Glove.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action. Love to throw. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Fights off the defender. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun. Love firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check pink.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Running for it, here's Cook. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Check white. Black swap. Smith red. Check pink.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cook looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
It's good set. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Thomas.
And they'll begin on the ground. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish they had. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right.
Cincinnati's off. Here onto the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
11 MT.
Burrow from his own end zone. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
On 2.
2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A 2nd down throw for Love.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
Throwing. Love. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we were watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. Now 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Second down, Love.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Vita Vea coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Evans gets it again on second down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down with Evans. Bryce Hall there defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
They'll go again.
And he loses the football a second time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills. And, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Going back to Love. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw now, here's Love. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, Love. That is caught. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. But they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard
To the air again, Love. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Play action this time with Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Love.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Eddy-a with a pick.
Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Love now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. McPherson on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Come on, set.
Love back to it here after the pick 6. Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, going to the air with Love. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
3rd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Love. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. This is Smith with a grab. Look at the big man rumble. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And now out come the Jets.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Love. And now here's another interception. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Yeah, they'll go right back to Evans. And oh my goodness, he loses it again.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
11.
Burrow from his own end zone. Complete. Smith has it.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
He's on his way.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now come the Jets.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Jets,
this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left.
And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.